that nugget bastard.
Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. 9:30, September 14th, 2021. 19.7 Celsius in here. Looks a little bit different in the tiny house. It's been a while since I filmed anything actually. I've been busy painting. So I got a little bit of a... This was the most difficult thing to paint I've ever. Couldn't use a roller. Had to manually brush this on, and even with a brush you can see there's still spots you just can't get. Now we did have a rain, and unfortunately we still have... I did a few days ago go on the roof and patch some more stuff up, but there's still... This is not as bad as it was on this side actually. So I think I got this one not too bad, but this one is still... We got some still drip, very slow drips. I can't get to it at the moment because I have the wall out here, or everything off the wall, because I just painted the walls in the tiny house all the way down. Tiny house is a construction zone. I'll show you the paint job here, guys. I'll shut the door here for a second. Okay, so here is... I just painted this wall beside the barrel stove just black. Okay, sorry about the sun blaring through here. It looks really good, breaks the room up because everything else is white. This is a kind of a, it's called gray glimpse. So it's got a dark tinge to the white. It's not just plain white, so not as bad. Today I'm going to be putting in all the window frames that have been stained and polyurethane. We got quite a bit more water, as you can see from the tank here, so that's a decent thing from that rain we had, and everything seems to be holding its own, thank God. Let's see, no drippy drips. Hey, that's a good thing. Yeah, so all this stuff in this corner I'm going to put all the window frames up today. Then I got to cut my pieces of trim to fill in and paint the trim before they go up. So going to be a busy boy. And once the trim and the paint is in, the window trim and the wall trim is in, I will then start moving stuff out of the bedroom area, because I got to get this giant box back there and take apart my solar system. And the reason for that is we have the new batteries here, guys, and we have to get them in the battery box, and I got to start cooking sand. And what do you mean by that, Rob? Well, I got to bake the sand that has come, that I purchased in those sacks, so there's no moisture in there, or very little moisture content in the sand. That way it doesn't wet rot the battery box out, or the batteries themselves, even though they're in plastic cases. But yeah, lots of work to do. Fun, guys. Fun. So tiny house is a complete mess, but we're getting there. So all the painting is done other than the rest of the ceiling. And so far so good. I still have to do the exterior of the tiny house, but apparently it's hard enough to get interior paint as opposed to exterior paint is like at a premium right now for whatever reason. It's insane. I don't get it. I do not get it. So anyways, exterior's on hold until I get the rest of the interior done. But for now, I'm going to get all the window trim in, and I will video the end product for you guys, because you've seen me probably put it up and down 100 times on this channel by now. So I will get to that, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. A lot going on in the world. A lot of not good news going on in the world. But here at the tiny house, I'm slowly but surely getting stuff back together. So I got the window trim back in. All the walls are painted in here. I'm going to spin the camera around to make people not dizzy, hopefully. Here is what the fireplace area looks like. Now, I had to put this white trim on, which can be painted black later at some other time, if needed be. But there was a strip of silicone I could not, for the life of me, get off the plywood here, and paint would not stick to it. So I just covered it up with the trim, and that's it. And then I got leftover trim down here. So, and then I made a strip just for this little weird side piece area here, and it seemed to work out. And this trim has been painted the same color as the walls here, which is gray glimpse. Now, tiny house still a disaster zone, but we got the window trim in. I got my sink back there, back installed. We did get some more rain through that storm, so you can see the level here. I don't know how many gallons, but a decent amount it looks like, so that's pretty good. And you can see the clarity of the water, incoming water now. It's not bad after switching over to the rock filter on the roof. That is the cat's meow. Works really good. So today, guys, I've had enough of painting. I've had enough of trim. Finally, we're getting into the stuff I like to do and that I'm kind of good at. And that is, I have to take out a lot of stuff out of the bedroom area because I need this big box, the battery box here that has a bunch of crap on it now, moved back here, and I have to pick a place for it to go on the solar wall here, and the solar wall itself will be either moved or whatever. I'm actually thinking of possibly putting the battery box in that corner. That way I don't have to do a whole lot. I can actually cut that 2x4 off, rearrange my fan system, and go from there. Possibly. I don't know, because the wires are too short that are going to be connected to the battery, but I can swap them. Oh, Jesus. There goes the tripod. Holy crap. Give me a second, guys. Camera took a beating here. God, I hate oh, man. China makes the junkiest equipment ever. Anyways, before that happened, the inverter cables are long enough that they'll probably hook into the battery box okay. And there's the batteries right there. So we'll figure it out. But all this styrofoam and wood and crap in the inverter, all that's coming out. And the box is going in there. And to be honest, I can probably take down this mylar that's on the back wall. Whatever. But in the meantime, I gotta take all this crap out of this room and send it down that way to the tiny house. It's a giant game of Tetris, and it's not been fun. We're getting closer though. Now, I checked for leaks up here. There's still tiny. Actually, this side up here is not as bad anymore. That we did some more sealing on the roof. This side, I still got to put the ladder up here and take a look. But I think this side still has issues somewhere. Not fun. But it is what it is, guys. I'll live with it. If that's the only leak situation, I can rig up some kind of better setup than a couple containers, and we'll go from there. If I gotta run, basically I can put like maybe a little fan up there, and I don't know. It's very difficult to find this leak on the flat roof. I don't know where the hell it is. Could be anywhere, literally. And I know a lot of people are trying to help me out in the comments saying, well, just do this, that, and the other. Well, guys, send me the money in order to properly seal the roof off. You guys know I have a tight budget here, right? And YouTube sure as hell ain't paying for it. So it's up to the Patreon members and people who out there are generous and want to get me going here. The only water is down at this end of the tiny house. I have not seen any other water on either side of the tiny house or in the corners, because the corners are still exposed in the tiny house, both sides, the ones that were really wet, rotten, sealed, and they're completely sealed now on the outside and inside. So we are only getting some tiny little drips up here, and the leak is so slow that I could basically live with these containers just sitting up here on this shelf. It's not a constant thing. It's like a drip every hour. It'll drip. And then another hour goes by, and then a drip. That's how slow it is. So, you know, it's livable, but we still got to take care of it. I hate to complain and ask for money, but remember, guys, the budget is tight here. I appreciate all my supporters in the comments, but yeah, like I said, money's tight. But anyways, especially money's tight after getting the final components of the solar setup. So bank took a hit. That'll be it for now, guys. I'm gonna start moving stuff. We'll see you in a bit.